Listen, oh, listen.
Good day. As we continue our reflection for the communication week, I'm here to share with you gentleness in conflict resolution. What do we understand by the word conflict? Conflict is a total disagreement, a total misunderstanding between individuals and groups. Resolution is the process of finding solution to the problems that arose that led to the conflict. Gentleness, on the other part, for me, is an alternative approach to solving the problems. As media personnel, how do we resolve conflict using gentleness? First, language. Our language choice matters a lot. We should rather use words that can build rather than separate people. We need to be neutral in our language choice while solving conflicts between groups or individuals. Helping them to know the impact of what the conflict has done to them and what it will still do if they don't choose to solve the problem amicably. Another point here is to hear from both parties. You cannot hear from party A and use it to assume that this is what party B is saying. There is need to hear from both parties. And if we can, ask more persons in the communities of both party A and party B so that we can have more voices. It can help us to know what began, how the problem began, what escalated it, and then we can choose the right method to solve it as journalists. We may want to have a round table discussion to solve this problem. When we are at this round table discussion, we should not in any way attack the personalities of the persons in it. If we think something was not well said, we can say, instead of saying, Mr. A, why did you lie about Mr. B? We can say, there seems to be a discrepancy about what you said about Mr. A. Mr. B, can you throw more light on what you said? Because we really want to understand the point you're driving at. That can help them to resolve that problem because the person who said it can now retrace his steps and then say what he meant or what actually happened. This also is we see in the lives of the apostles and the early Christians. When John Mark abandoned Silas and Paul in the missionary journey. And now these two key gospel preachers, Barnabas and Paul, needed to go back to revisit the places they visited before. Barnabas now wanted them to go with John Mark, but Paul didn't like that idea. So they both agree at the end of the day to say, okay, we have a vast environment to cover. You go this way, I will go this way. The effort is to see, the aim is to see that the places we preach the gospel are still upholding what we preached to them, and see how we can encourage and then correct whatever error. So eventually, Paul went this way with Silas, and then Barnabas went the other way with John Mark. So they both had companions, and the misunderstanding was resolved amicably. So this is the approach we need to choose as human beings. We need to let people know that having a common ground is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of growth.
Eucharistic heart of Jesus, have pity on us.